Hi guys, it's Kelsey here. So today I'm going to be doing a video on my favorite oils for clear glowing skin, and I said I was going to do this video in my pore unclogging routine, and it took me a while to do this video because at one point I had a very large collection of oils. I had about, I think, 18 to 20 oils, and since then I've gotten rid of so many oils because I have been using oils for years, maybe like 4 or 5 years now, and I know what works for my skin and what my skin likes. Side note, I do have oily / combination acne prone skin, and if you want to know more about like how I clear my acne, I will leave my regular skincare routine up here in the cards. I don't remember which side it's on. It's been quite a journey, I must say, but skincare is very personal and you definitely have to spend time finding out what works for your skin and what doesn't. So it's like your own little mini science project, and you have to take into account what you're eating and drinking as well. So it's a lot, but I wanted to focus on oils for this video because a lot of people get confused when it comes to using oils on oily skin. I know it's confusing, but me personally, I noticed that my skin is a lot less oily when I use oils on my actual skin because my skin is not overproducing more oil. When my skin is overproducing more oil, it's because I'm drying it out and it's making me break out more. So I'm not sure if that's some of you guys' issue, but it was mine in the past and I wasn't realizing it at first because some people think, oh, I have acne prone oily skin, so I should dry it out as much as I possibly can. But that's not going to really help you because it's going to make things worse. Believe me, I know. So you want to make sure that you're adding as much hydration, moisture, and nutrients to your skin as possible. Now, I don't use oils every single day because I have a whole nother routine that I do throughout the week. But I do use oils about 2 times a week, and I use them in different ways. The main way I like to use it, I like to mix it with my Avène cream. I'll put it right here. Obsessed with this stuff. I've been using it for quite some time. I like to put a few drops of the oil that I'm using that night in it. So I have about 6 oils here to mention. These are the only oils I have now. So I did a huge declutter, so I'm proud of myself because these are the oils that I feel like I've gotten the best results from, and they don't clog my pores, and I get really good results from. All right, so I'm just gonna start from oldest to more recent. Well, not recent, but oldest to recent discovery. Recent as in like last year. Okay, so the first oil I'm gonna mention, you guys have probably seen me talk about this one before. This is the Caudalie Overnight Detox Oil. And this says it's for all skin types. Caudalie, they also have the pink one, and it's like the day version of that. I liked that one, but I wasn't obsessed with it. But I really like this one. I think I've been using this one for about 3 or 4 years, probably even longer than that. And I really like to use this one when I'm traveling. So I like to travel with this, or I like to use this when I get back from a trip or something. I like it because it's super lightweight. It's not too thick of an oil. That's one thing about my skin. It doesn't really like thicker oils because my skin is not that dry unless I'm actually drying it out myself. But if you have like naturally dry skin, I wouldn't really recommend this for you. But I really like it because, like I said, it's not too thick of an oil. It just says it's for all skin types, and it's for fine lines and wrinkles, dullness and uneven texture, and uneven skin tone. Light green juice for your skin. This detox oil delivers overnight healing from daily hustle, pollution. It definitely helps with pollution, sun exposure, stress, lack of sleep, and more. A total of 100% organic essential oils, including neroli, lavender, carrot, and white sandalwood, provide antibacterial properties and purifies pores and toxins. So I was really shocked that this actually worked on my skin because my skin does not really like essential oils, especially lavender, because lavender oil is kind of fragrant and it irritates my skin because I used to use the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Oil, and that has a ton of lavender oil in it. So I realized that that wasn't really penetrating into my skin the way I wanted it to. It was kind of sitting on top of my skin. By the way, another tip with oils, when you apply them, it's best to apply them to moist skin. I know a lot of people hate that word, but well, damp skin. Like, make sure your skin is damp when you're applying your oils because they're gonna penetrate way better into your skin. Kind of like when you apply like your body products right when you get out of the shower. Same concept. But the lavender oil is pretty low on the ingredient list with this, so that's why I continued to use it. and it hadn't done anything that was really irritating to my skin. So I also like that it has carrot seed oil in this because that really helps with hyperpigmentation and dark spots. So yeah, this is overall one of my favorite oils of all time. This is an OG oil. So the next oil I discovered about 2.5 years ago, and it's from the brand True Botanicals. And I discovered this brand, well, Kendra and I collectively discovered this brand in Elle magazine, I think. And it's a clean skincare line. I don't really care when it comes to like if it's natural or if it has chemicals. I don't really care. I do both. I feel like I use modern medicine for what it's for, and I use anything that's organic that works, that doesn't irritate my skin. So I'm not opposed to one or the other. I use both, and they work great for my skin because I do use a adapalene gel for my acne that's prescribed from a dermatologist. So I'm not opposed to modern medicine, okay? But this one is one of my favorites. I'm obsessed with this oil. This is their clear Pure Radiance oil. They have a clear one, and then I think they have like another one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's two different Pure Radiance oils. But I like the clear one. This one says clear at the top. So this one is specifically for acne prone skin, and y'all, this oil is bomb. So this oil is really good if you're currently suffering from a lot of acne or acne scars and hyperpigmentation and all that annoying crap. So this says it's specifically, like I said, for oily and combination skin types. It just says treat and prevent bothersome breakouts and help minimize the effects of aging. This moisturizer has everything you need to look and feel clear, smooth, hydrated, and healthy. Naturally scented with sandalwood, something else, cypress, to invigorate the senses. It smells really nice, so it's like an experience when you apply it to your skin. I'm not big on fragrance in skincare, but this does not irritate my skin. I told y'all I had a ton of other oils that I was using, so I narrowed it down to 6, which is actually not a lot to keep when I had like 20 oils. My skin is just very, you know, it's sensitive. Literally, it's sensitive. But this has not broken me out. It hasn't given me a rash or anything. And I have tried a lot of serums and oils, and I've woken up with like little tiny bumps on my face. You guys know those little tiny bumps. They're not pimples. You can't pop them, but it just feels like textury. It's really annoying, and like my face has been super itchy. So my skin is very reactive, so keep that in mind as well. Like if your skin is kind of like that as well. None of these have done that to my skin. So it has a ton of really good ingredients in it, like hemp, pumpkin, grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is really good if you have oily skin because it's not super thick. It's very light and absorbs into the skin nicely. Pumpkin oil is really good for hyperpigmentation as well. Very high in linoleic acid. They help to balance the sebum production. So that's what I was talking about. Some oils help you produce less oil. It also says this oil blend actually helps unclog pores. Again, I love the clear version of this Pure Radiance oil. I'm almost out actually. You guys probably can't see that. It's like an orange color because of the pumpkin in it or whatever. If you guys can see that. I love this oil. Smell is amazing. It's so relaxing. It smells like a spa, honestly. Very relaxing. I really like to use this one mixed with a couple of the other ones that I'm going to talk about to do like a face massage. And if I haven't used oils that week, I'll just massage my face for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll just pray or I'll meditate or something. It's just a nice experience, and I'll just wash my face after that and do my regular skincare routine. Because massaging your face is really good for plumpness and keeping everything nice and lifted, but it's also really helpful if you have acne, especially massaging your neck. It helps combat any acne. I've noticed that at first I was like, how can a face massage help me not get acne? But it has helped, and I highly recommend trying it out maybe once or twice a week. Okay, so this next oil, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys remember me talking about this oil. This is like my 3rd bottle of this. And this is a very large bottle, by the way. My first bottle, I used it up in about a year. And then my second bottle, I didn't get to finish it because I broke the bottle. It spilled on my bathroom floor. Glass everywhere, product everywhere. It was a very sad day because this is not cheap. So I was so sad, but I just bought another one because this is one of my favorite oils and I have to have it in my collection. This is from Herbivore. This is the LAPIS facial oil. It's this really pretty blue color because it has blue tansy in it, and blue tansy is a really good ingredient for acne prone skin. Okay, so for this oil, it just says it's a skin clearing face oil that helps clear congested pores while smoothing and softening to a glowy finish. So this says it's also made with 100% natural and pure plant oils, to hydrate the skin without clogging the pores, and it helps to stop producing excess oil and find the balance it needs. It also has fatty acids in it and antioxidants, and it forms a natural lipid barrier to lock in essential nourishment while protecting against dryness and heat in the environment. So that's also why I like using oils, because it really protects my skin. So I usually use my oils during the weekend, so like Saturdays and Sundays I'll use oils, or sometimes Fridays and Saturdays I'll use oils, just because I use a lot of chemical exfoliating products throughout the week, and I like to give my skin a break at least twice a week to kind of rebuild my skin barrier, because if you don't, your skin is going to be way more sensitive, and it's overall not good for your skin to over exfoliate and not rebuild your skin barrier. Don't use an exfoliant 7 days a week. Like, take a break every other day, or take like 2 days out of the week and use something that's gonna rebuild your skin barrier. It's also really good for plumpness and the thickness of your skin as well. We all know thick skin is young, healthy, glowing skin, so yeah. Okay, so this next oil is probably maybe my second or third bottle of this, because I go through this pretty fast because I use this oil the most out of all of them. This is from the brand Flora Bast, and this is their age adapting facial serum. I hate when people call oils serums. I'm like, serums and oils are not the same thing. They're just not. This has 1.5% full spectrum cannabis complex in it, so it does smell like loud. It smells like weed, but the smell doesn't linger on your face for hours. It goes away pretty much after you rub it in. So if that smell bothers you, then I would not get this, but it doesn't bother me. This is one of my favorite oils because it is so lightweight and it absorbs into the skin amazing. This is probably the least oily oil out of all of my oils, if that makes sense. So it doesn't really like leave behind a greasy finish or look. I mean, none of these do, but sometimes if you apply too much of an oil, you can look kind of greasy. By the way, I only use my oils at night. I do not use oils during the day or under my makeup. It's just not for me. Like, I like the glow that I have going on now, but I feel like putting oil under my makeup tends to slide around my face, and I don't like that. With over 350 mcgs of CBD to visibly reduce blemishes and redness while restoring the skin's youthful appearance. It's also recommended for all skin types. Like I said, it's a very lightweight oil, and I really like this as well because I noticed that when I use any product with CBD in it, it helps heal any blemishes I have on my face faster. Like, if I have a pimple that's already naturally popped, I do not pop my pimples, by the way. I just let them kind of pop on their own. They go away by themselves. But if I have a pimple that has popped by itself, and I put this on it after I wash my face and give my face a nice massage with this, after 2 days the pimple is pretty much gone. It's nice and flat. So this is also really good for healing. So keep that in mind when you're trying to get rid of hyperpigmentation and dark spots. Scarring, it's not going to go away unless it's healed. So if you keep drying out your skin and using a lot of harsh ingredients every single day and not really picking a time in the week to rebuild that skin barrier, then the dark spots aren't really going to go away because they're not healed. That's also why I like using oil, because they just help my skin heal and, like I said, rebuild that skin barrier. I've noticed a big difference in my skin. Every time I use it, my skin just looks brighter, plumper, and way softer. And sometimes, like, I'll have like a week where I forget to use my oils that week. I notice that my skin just looks and feel kind of dehydrated and dull and not as plump as I would like it. I feel like oils do have a really purposeful place in my weekly routine. Okay, so this next oil is also a CBD oil. This is the St. Jane Luxury Beauty Serum. This is the thickest oil out of all of these that I have. And not thick like in a bad way, it's just not as watery as the other oils. Well, not watery, but not as lightweight as the other oils. So I like to use this one when I get like deeper into the winter time. So like in the next couple of months, I'll be using this one the most because it's just a little bit more hydrating than the other ones. And my skin does get more on the drier side when it gets cooler outside. So that's the combination side of my skin. So this one just says it's for dullness and uneven texture, pores, and fine lines and wrinkles. So I really like this one because it leaves my skin extremely hydrated. Again, I like to apply my oils to damp skin. I wouldn't recommend applying your oils to like dry skin, like after you towel dried. Like, I recommend like putting a essence on, or like leaving your skin a little damp, like after you dry it with a towel or something, because the oils are just going to absorb so much better rather than just sitting on top of your skin, and that's not really doing as much. I mean, it is helping, it's like protect your skin and creating a barrier of protection, but other than that, it's not really going to be doing much if your skin isn't damp. So if your skin is damp, the oils just work so much better. So I'm going to keep saying that because it's very helpful in order to see results from these. So yeah, this one also has grapeseed oil in it as well, like the Caudalie one, which is known to be more powerful than vitamin C. Grapeseed oil, apparently. I don't know how true that is, because I honestly have seen the same results from using vitamin C and grapeseed oil. They kind of work the same to me, even though grapeseed oil, weirdly enough, makes my skin less oily than most vitamin C's I've tried. Like, more than half of the vitamin C's that I've used have made my skin oily, which is really annoying. This is also packed with a ton of omegas and antioxidants. So yeah, this is just another amazing oil. Love it. I don't have to buy it that often because, like I said, I only use it when it gets cooler outside, because this ain't cheap. All right, so the last oil, cute little baby bottle. I don't know if they have a bigger one of this, but this is by Elemis, and this is their PRO-COLLAGEN Rose Facial Oil. So this is a soothing facial oil. So if your skin is like irritated or you have some redness going on, this is really good for that. This oil is so lightweight. I feel like these two I can use as many drops as I want, and my skin doesn't really feel that oily. So I use about 8 drops of this sometimes, and sometimes I use about 8 drops of this. This is amazing if you have like irritated skin, or if you get red a lot, like if your skin is really reactive, if it gets red. You would really like this because it's very calming and soothing. I also noticed when I use this that my skin just looks brighter and more refreshed. So this oil is amazing. This is a good oil to use year round. This is not just like a wintertime oil. So that is it for all of my oils. I hope I didn't talk you guys' ear off too much. I was just trying to give as much information as I could and my experience with each oil. I will leave a full list in the description box of each oil so you can read more into detail, so you can see which one you want to try. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.